I stay up on it.
We all have this
And I
noble
just
flesh that
kept
we're about to
going
do a little play in the ocean after as a way of
Then
kind
I
of
made
embracing that
a
message
song
of
like this, and when I play it back, I feel like God.
Okay,
So we're going to start with what is a creation.
so it's kind of this guy right here. I've realized there's a pattern that a lot of
My creations follow.
so it kind of follows like a three act movie structure. Okay, Act 1 is the setup.
It's like, where are we in life? Where am I or the people that we're working with? Just like, what's going on?
You know, and then that kind of conversation ends up leading to some form of like essence that's discovered, which leads us to the second act, which is the discovery part.
And that's like when the music starts to get made. It's when the conversations start to get had, and it's when hundreds of pages of journals start to go through.
Kind of figuring out and just tapping that vein on what is this idea that we're touching on. And then a lot of the times, naturally, that second act will lead to us kind of revealing some essence of an idea. And then it's, okay, how do we bring that into form? And that's what that third act is for. It's setup, discovery, and embody. And
You embody it by almost using the creation and the song as a means of like embodying what that message is about in a creative way. And then also hopefully your life can kind of change from it if you're the one making it together.
so I bring this up because this one right here, and also they're kind of taking the form of books. Because like I said, there's kind of a bigger story that's being told here. And I've always had this idea of
Kind of telling them like a
book, you know, like freaking, because I've always been fascinated how like, okay, there's a book here. There's nothing on this side, and there's nothing on this side. But on these 2 pages is really kind of all you need to convey this idea. And I'm not needing these creations to be like final pieces. Like
they don't need to be final. They don't need to be perfect.
it's really like bringing the idea to form. It's bringing that idea to form. Bringing the idea to form.
So this one right here,
This is one that's from the story called, that we're calling, Why Have You Come Here? Okay? And I'm going to flip this around for a sec, just because. So this one came from, I was in Greece, and so I was in Greece, and I mean, just talking about this exact moment, I woke up one morning, and I went on a run, and I got to this bench, and I sat on this bench, and I just looked at the view, you know, thought about life, and I'm taking this moment from my life, this real moment, and almost turning it into a fictional story. So, instead of me on this bench now, imagine there's some kid on this bench. Okay, this is a fictional world, not real. There's this kid on a bench, okay? And he, you know, like the thing that got him to that bench was he was honestly just like running away. He was kind of feeling a little overwhelmed, feeling a little anxious, feeling a little in his head. So he just went on a run through the streets, through the woods, up the hill, and just stumbled across this bench. And he's sitting on this bench, and this bench is on a hill. Okay, this is when we're gonna start. Ow, my finger. Okay, so. Oh, come on, let's get it. Okay, So I am really not good at drawing, but we're just gonna send it. So he gets to this hill, okay? And there's this bench on top of this hill. These are trees. And he's sitting here on the bench, looking at the view. Okay? This is them. So they're sitting on this bench on this hill, looking, thinking about life, okay? Sun's rising.
And under this hill
That lives under here is this like ancient creature. I don't really know how to draw it. That comes up.
and this creature has been here since like the beginning of Earth. This thing's like older than Mother Nature. It's been there thousands of years, almost waiting for the moment someone comes to sit on this bench. And this kid comes to the bench and sits on it. So this creature comes up, and they start to ask the kid,
Who are you? And why have you come here?
because people don't come to this bench by accident. Like, this thing has been waiting for someone to come to this bench. However, this kid was just running from, he was just trying to get out of his head, and he just stumbled across this bench in a way. So this creature's almost like, no, like, you shouldn't almost be here. So the creature starts to ask more questions.
They start to ask, what are you seeking? What are you hiding? Why are you weeping? They notice, they can sense fear is inside. What are you seeking?
And this kid, though, he doesn't know, because he's just there because he was running away. But this being's not buying it, because it's like, dude, no, people don't come here by accident. And then it's like, okay, why is this kid here? And this kid's not afraid either, because this isn't like, it's a representation of their voice in a way. So they're just sitting there like, and then they just start to say, I don't know. Because like I said, they were just getting out of their head. This creature, though, starts to put some puzzle pieces together. They see this kid sitting on the bench, and they kind of remember the bigger picture of why they're there. And they realize there are no accidents.
Because this kid is saying, I don't know. But the being knows, like, what the? Like, there are no accidents.
This kid's here for a reason. And this kid is going through so much right now that all they see is this anxious feeling of like
all they see is this anxious feeling. Questioning. What they're doing with their life.
They can't see they're exactly where they need to be. And the being starts to put those pieces together. They're looking at this kid like, holy shit, this kid's the one. But they don't see it yet because they're just following a feeling that led them to this bench, and that feeling right now is causing the emotions of uncertainty, doubt, and what the hell am I doing with my life? However,
who are you? Why have you come here? Who are you? Why have you come here? What are you seeking? What are you hiding? Why are you weeping? Fear is inside. What are you seeking? I don't know. I don't know. Who are you? What are you hiding? Why have you come here? Why are you weeping? Who are you? Fear is inside. Why have you come here? What are you seeking? Why have you come here?
That's fucking cool.
so this is an example of a creation. And what am I like?
Power remote.
Type shit, bro.
That's what we're looking for right there.
Huh?
That's what we're looking for right there. Give the audience what it wants.
What do they want?
Fucking, I don't know that.
Okay, whenever we've
I'm the
got.
audience.
Dude, check that, bro. It's like DIY, like not. It's literally just form, idea, and the form.
Like, I've always wanted this, like, crappy looking thing.
Go for it.
Boy, up in Bubba Albert.
Let's go.